Charity at the same time? Well, the Art of Change auction features climate-themed works by artists like David Hockney and Boy George to highlight how rising global temperatures are affecting the world's most vulnerable communities, with profits going to the charity WaterAid. But there is a twist. None of the pieces will be labelled, so bidders will have to use their artistic intuition in order to work out whose piece they would like to own. Quite a challenge. Well, joining us now, one of the artists who's contributed to work, as I say, Boy George no less, and Jenny Long, Director of Communications and Fundraising at WaterAid UK. Very good to see you both. And George, normally I'd start by saying, well, which one is yours? Clearly we can't do that. So tell our viewers about, your interest in art. We know you for best for your music and your DJing. Tell us about the art side.
Well, it started when I was at school, really, so I've always done art, and I take the view that everyone's an artist, just some people do it and some people don't. It's just something that some people love to do, and it's something that I love because it's got freedom. No one tells you what to do when you make art. When you make music, there's just too many rules. So for me, it's like about freedom and expression.
Would I be prying too much? Again, I mustn't identify your work, but what mediums do you like to work in? Is painting, sculpture, etching, what?
I like to work in the medium of non-reality. I avoid reality at all costs. I think everything can be used. Everything can be used as long as, even if it decays, it can be used. But because you've seen artists do that. But I think everything can be utilised. Everything, expensive things, cheap things, cardboard, bricks, everything.
I'm writing those down. That might help identify something when I come along. Jenny, tell us about the idea of coming up with this. I mean, clearly brilliant to get so many wonderful people like George involved, but the secrecy bit of it, that's a good twist.
Yeah, that's a fantastic twist. It really brings something quite different to the exhibition. So people who are bidding on the artwork won't know who the artist is behind that. And we think it gives an excellent platform to emerging artists as well as established artists, and especially because they're all working with a climate theme within their art to raise awareness for this really important issue.
So how many artists have you got involved altogether?
I'm
How many artists have you got in the show?
Oh, thank you. Sorry, sound is playing up. We have 19 artists who have contributed their artwork. It's fantastic. We're encouraging people to come down to the exhibition and also view it online at wateraid.org/AOC. And obviously, bidding on the artwork is enabling us to make a real difference to vulnerable communities who WaterAid are working with around the world, who don't have access to clean water and for whom climate change is really exacerbating the problem.
Well, let's get more on that. Let's get into the serious stuff then, what it's all about. WaterAid. George, why did you want to get involved with this charity in particular? And tell us a bit about WaterAid.
Well, WaterAid is about bringing sanitation to people that don't have it, and, water's an amazing, magical substance, and, it's really important. We're 90% water, so, it is massively important for everything in our lives, and I think people would drink more of it here if they knew that people couldn't drink it elsewhere. I think it's a really beautiful cause, and, we have a king now that's crazy about the planet. Charles was talking about climate change so long ago, and I hope he keeps doing it. He has said he won't do it, but I really would love a king that had opinions about the planet. That would be an amazing thing.
Well, he certainly does, doesn't he? And Jenny, just explain to us then the link in particular now with the problems, so many millions, billions of people and their water supplies, and how that's been made much worse by climate change.
Well, 1 in 10 people still don't have access around the world to clean water. And obviously clean water, decent toilets, are a basic human right. And so for millions of people who don't have access to those, they're now experiencing further impacts of climate change. We've seen it recently with the floods in Pakistan and the devastating effect that a changing climate is having on communities who are already vulnerable.
Brilliant. And let's talk a bit more in the last few minutes about the money raising. So, George, what do you make of your rivals there at the exhibition? Any of it any good? Is that Hockney any good? I don't know.
I think they're pretty good, yeah.
Do you know which is which?
You know, all the art is really beautiful. Kind of, yeah. But I was going to add to the thing about climate, you know, it's like everyone deserves a decent throne. I think that's a great message, you know, and that's what this is about, making sure that people, you know, just have clean water. It's such an important, it shouldn't be a luxury.
My director's saying in my ear, ask him if he's painted in red, gold and green, but I obviously wouldn't ask you that. Jenny, you tell me. Back to you. You tell me, is George any good, or you know, will his work stick out for obvious reasons?
She can't say whether I'm good or not. I know I'm good.
I think anybody that knows his artwork will probably identify it in the auction, but it's all amazing. I mean, we're blown away by the support we've had from, you know, established and emerging artists. And yeah, I love George's work, and he's supported WaterAid for a while now in several different areas, all related to the wonderful art producers. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm very good.
OK, right, and worth a lot of money. OK, Jenny, are there any minimum bids? Can you bid
Well,
online?
for this charity,
When does it open? What do you have to do?
We raise money, you know.
So all you need to do is go to wateraid.org/AOC and to bid on the artwork that you love. You may not know who the artist is, but bid away, and all the money is going to make a fantastic difference to bring clean water and decent toilets to people right across the world. So please do go online and make the bid.
George, big it up.
Big it up. Well, this is an amazing thing. You know, you can get it for a decent price if you're lucky, and it's going to, you know, make the world a better place, which can only be a good thing. You know, and art is important. Everybody should have it, you know, and everybody should be able to look at it. And it's amazing to be in this gallery, actually.
It's fantastic to be in the gallery, and you could get an art piece which is a dream of your lifetime. You're just not quite sure who's created it.
Jenny, George...
You should buy one.
I'll be there.
Job.
Yeah,
He's got a good job.
You should have asked me. Thrown out of GCSE art for being, for letting the side down. Nice talking to you, and best of luck. Hope you raise pots of money. Thank you very much indeed.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.